Right.
Hey there, CPO here, and here's another video of my training in the Cessna 152 with my flight instructor, Vicky. And this is a pattern day. Basically, the weather was such that it was clear enough around the pattern area that we could do some pattern work, but not clear enough to actually go anywhere else. So it was a good day. I'd been kind of wanting to spend some time in the pattern and really work on takeoffs and landings, and so that's what I got today. So that's what this video is. It's just a lot of repetition. I think I did 7 takeoffs and landings. I may have missed one in the video when I was editing, but to be honest with you, after I sat and repetitively cut, and spliced all these videos, I'm like, screw it. If you see 6, you've seen plenty. But anyway, a couple interesting notes here is I had a simulated engine out. I actually ended up doing 2 of those. The first one didn't go so well. I probably would have ended up in the trees if that was a real engine out, because I was learning about how flaps may or may not be useful in that situation, and in this case was not useful. So I defaulted to my normal landing configuration, which didn't work out as well for me. So second time we did it, I didn't use flaps and actually landed without engine. So anyway, little interesting things there, but it's just, beating up the pattern. So hope you enjoy, and thanks again for all the feedback, and thanks for watching.
But yeah, you can see there's something more towards the sun.
Yeah.
Go ahead and turn downwind. Then you're going to have to keep looking back towards the runway to keep oriented. Oh, look at that.
Pretty.
Yeah.
I'll give it that. The traffic, 788 Fox Mike is downwind for 28. And I wanted to say left downwind this time, right?
That would be more correct, yeah.
I have to try and remember which direction I'm going.
Well, it's somewhat more important with the non-standard right downwind.
Okay.
But it's basically you want to make sure people know where you are.
That's really cool looking though.
It is cool, isn't it?
I don't know if I want to fly through it, but it looks cool.
Well, the other problem is that we actually are above it right now. I mean, you can see.
Right.
And if you flew over it, you might end up having to go quite a distance to get away from it.
Okay, I'm going to start carb heat on.
Okay. Forgot to hold the nose level for a second or two. And if you're where you want to turn, but you're not quite slow enough for the flaps, then turn. You can always put the flaps in a little bit later. The flaps on, 10 degrees every leg sort of idea is a way to remember to put the flaps in.
Traffic calling sub 14 8 left, 3,500 inbound for left downwind, 1.2.
Tipton traffic, 788 Fox Mike is turning base to 28. A little long on that one. Okay, now I'm high, so pull power.
Yep. And if you're not going to land in the first third of the runway, go around.
Let's practice a go around, can we?
Yep, we can.
Okay,
Full power.
so full power.
Pitch for the climb. Flaps go to 20 or 10. And pitch up just a little bit more. Gotta pitch up.
Oh, gotta get a climb, right.
Yeah.
Tipton, 780 Fox Mike's doing a go around, Tipton.
And then carburetor heat.
Okay.
And trim it if you need to.
Yeah, we hadn't actually practiced that yet, so that was probably good.
Yeah. Go around. It's one of those things where if you don't like what your setup is, then you should probably leave it behind and so in a no-wind situation, your perfect perpendicular to the runway would be around 190, assuming it hasn't precessed.
Yeah.
So you just got to 1,000. Go ahead, reduce your power about 22, 2100. Seems like on cooler days. Seems like on cooler days it happens that way.
Tipton, 788 Fox Mike is left downwind, 28.
Yeah, the airliner just about to go into the...
Yeah. Tipton, 788 Fox Mike, turning base for 28, Tipton.
Don't let the nose go up above level. Okay, pull the power. The moment you realize you're a little bit high, reduce your power. And you can go all the way to idle. 30. Yeah, there you go. Airspeed's looking okay. You're gonna have to keep the nose down a little bit.
Tip in traffic, Cessna 788 Fox Mike is left downwind for runway 28. Cessna 788 Fox Mike turning base for runway 28.
Just looking at the runway as we turned, I could kind of see we were a little lower than we were before.
Right.
And then I checked there as well. Alright. Once you're past your obstacle, you can essentially kind of ignore the lights.
Okay.
So right now, if we were trying to land a little closer to the beginning, like at the numbers, we're a little high because we're having to look down at it.
Right. Tip to traffic, 788 Fox Mike is turning downwind left for 28. Left downwind left. I got the right words.
It comes with practice. One of the reasons the controllers can be so hard to understand is they say it over and over and over. So they start to slur and kind of run things together, and if you're not really used to what they're saying, that can be a problem.
Right. Tip in traffic, 788 Foxtrot Mike, turning base, runway 28.
Haven't developed the updrafts yet.
Tipton traffic, 788 Foxtrot Mike, turning final, runway 28. First time I actually remembered to make that call.
Okay, so lights are saying we're high, and visually I agree.
Right.
So yeah, increase your sink rate by lowering your power, but don't change the angle of the nose. Not by much, at least. Okay. Don't put the nose down, let it fall down.
Okay, I let off too soon.
Yeah.
Right, all good, flaps up, mixture full, carb heat off, fuel on. Right,
Okay. A little bit of wind from the left, a knot or two.
alright, so I'll just turn it just a slight bit.
Yep. At least at the windsock, that's what it's saying.
Tipton traffic, Cessna 788 Fox Mike is left downwind for runway 28.
Let's go ahead and practice simulated engine out. So
Okay.
power's going to go to idle.
Okay.
Hold your nose level. Trim it as you need to. And go ahead and kind of turn towards the runway.
Okay.
Regular pattern is not necessarily recommended. 60 knots is your glide speed, so lower your nose. Probably don't need the flaps right yet.
Okay.
Tipton traffic, Cessna 8 Foxtrot Mike, turning left base, simulated engine out, 28 Tipton traffic. You notice looking over there that, so kind of gently bank over towards the runway.
Okay.
And when I do the simulated engine out, they know to look for me in the wrong places. And if it doesn't, okay, we're gonna need power.
Okay.
And let's just go around.
Okay.
So fly over to the runway, add full power, climb away. Full power. And pitch up for the climb. Trim it, carburetor heat as well. Tipton traffic, 788 Foxtrot Mike is going around 28 Tipton. And that call is done after you're stable.
Okay.
No one on the ground is probably going to figure it out by themselves. So the best glide speed is the speed that keeps you in the air the longest for the forward distance that you travel.
Right.
Or actually, it's actually the least altitude loss for the distance you travel. And it is actually a clean configuration.
Okay, so I don't want flaps then.
Not until you're sure you're going to make the runway.
Okay.
Okay.
So would I get longer glide slope without flaps? Less drag?
Less drag. So yeah, probably. Go ahead and turn. Now the 10 flaps are mostly lift. They add a little drag, but not a whole bunch. The 20 flaps add more lift and a bit more drag. The 30 flaps are mostly drag with a little bit more lift.
Okay.
And there's also, if you put all the flaps in at once, there's a moment or two where the airplane essentially slows rapidly its descent rate as the lift increases from the increased amount of wing and increased amount of curve to the wing. But then the drag starts to kick in. So there are circumstances where I would not even bother with the flaps. If I was trying to stretch the glide, I wouldn't bother because it actually would mess with the angles
Right.
a little bit. Tipton traffic, 8 Foxtrot Mike, left downwind, 28 Tipton.
Try it again.
Yep. So the classic place is a beam the numbers. So when you reduce your power, just bring it all the way to idle. So go ahead and power all the way to idle. Hold your nose level. And start a gentle turn towards where you're gonna land. So airspeed. And you actually need the nose at least level for 60 in this configuration. So raise your nose slightly. Tipton traffic, 8 Foxtrot Mike, left base, simulated engine out, 28 Tipton. And it's actually kind of hard to get it to 60.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I mean, it's almost nose up. But you can see how as you get it to 60, you do slow the descent rate for a little bit.
Right.
Once you get it around 60, you do have to lower the nose. And the steeper the bank that you do, the more altitude you will lose. And since this is a simulated engine out, if we're not going to land in the first half of the runway, we will be going around.
And we're going to go around?
Balance is okay.
Okay.
As you sink, just raise the nose and just hold her off, hold her off, hold her off. Wait for her to settle. Well, this leads us to a technique of braking. Because if we brake initially really hard, there's more of a chance of us pushing too hard on one side or the other.
Right.
You have to start out with a gentle pressure and then increase the pressure as it becomes obvious that you're even.
Okay. Right, okay. Right, mixture, flaps up, carb heat, takeoff, fuel on. All my instruments look good. This is way off, always.
Yeah, well, this is the only place where we really know which way we're pointing.
Right.
For 100%. And even that is, we're actually, the magnetic heading on the center line is more like 285 rather than 280. A little bit of a wobble due to the wheels coming to an end. They're
Right.
coming to a stop. Let's see, the little layer of fog has moved further away somewhat. Still hazy, but just a little further away.
Tipton traffic, Cessna 788 Foxtrot Mike, turning left downwind for runway 28, Tipton. Tipton traffic, Cessna 788 Fox Mike, turning base for runway 28. Tipton traffic, Cessna 788 Fox Mike, turning final, runway 28.
Keep your nose down a little bit. You don't want to get slower than 55. Oops.
A little harder?
Yeah, also a little sideways motion.
Okay.
That might be because we're starting to develop a little bit of something coming from that side. Still very, very light.
Cessna 2 Whiskey Bravo, can you give me a radio check, 0 Fox Mike?
Loud and clear. Let's go.
Thank you, sir.
Tipton traffic, Cessna 2 Whiskey Bravo, departing 28 to the northwest. Tipton.
So he's going that way. That's good. Tipton traffic, Cessna 788 Fox Mike, turning left crosswind 28, Tipton. Tipton traffic, Cessna 788 Fox Mike, left downwind 28, Tipton.
Tipton traffic, 2 Whiskey Bravo, departing the pattern to the northwest, last call. Tipton.
Tipton traffic, error is 780 Foxtrot Mike, taking 28. We'll be leaving the pattern to the southeast. Tipton.
Tipton traffic, Cessna 7887, Foxtrot Mike, turning left base, runway 28, Tipton.
Sample traffic, 49 Delta Delta, turning left downwind, touching down. Delta Delta, roger.
Tipton traffic, 788 Fox Mike, turning final, runway 28. Too tight final.
Yeah, if you see you're gonna come short, shallow your bank.
Right. The problem is I don't notice it until after I get to that point. Alright, a little high.
That's a practice thing, just like everything in life, right?
Right.
Tipton traffic, 780 Foxtrot Mike's on the left, crosswind. Tipton traffic, 780 Foxtrot Mike departing to the southeast, last call. Tipton.